Hello, my name is Dr. Peter Meaney, and I am a candidate for the Lynn City Council in Ward 1. I would like to start by giving you a little bit about my background. I was born in Lynn, in the old Lynn Hospital, moving shortly thereafterwards. While growing up, my family and I maintained close ties with Lynn. Both my parents worked in Lynn, my mother working at GE for 30 years, and my father serving as a firefighter for the City of Lynn. Upon graduating from high school, I served in the U.S. Navy. After my time in the service, I served in the nonprofit sector as a direct support staff for adults with intellectual disabilities. While working full-time, I enrolled at North Shore Community College in Lynn at night. Upon graduating North Shore Community College, I transferred to the University of Connecticut, earning my bachelor's degree. After UConn, I enrolled at Boston University, eventually earning my degree, my doctorate in dental medicine. Immediately upon graduating dental school, I began working as a dentist, serving the community right here in Ward 1. Not long after that, I became a small business owner in Ward 1, establishing Broadway Family Dental. I am currently serving the community in that capacity. I am married to my wife, Tara, who is a nurse, and I have two 9-month-old twin daughters, Maya and Madeline. We currently reside in Ward 1 on Grant Road. I am running for the City Council in Ward 1 because I love this community. I believe in Lynn. I believe in Ward 1. I want to help make Lynn a place you'd be proud to raise your family, rather than moving out the first chance you get. I want your kids to choose to stay here in Lynn and also raise their children in Lynn. Having multiple generations residing in Lynn will help build and strengthen community ties. I wholeheartedly believe that Lynn is on a sunrise trajectory. Ward 1 and the City of Lynn have its best years ahead of it. My entire life is centered in Ward 1. My family and friends are here. My home is here. My business is here. I am 100% committed to Ward 1 and the City of Lynn. Lynn, like anywhere else, is not perfect. There is always room for improvement. I have spent countless afternoons door knocking, listening, and speaking to the residents of Ward 1. Based on these conversations, I was able to better gauge the needs and desires of the people of Ward 1. The first thing we could immediately improve upon is more effective communications with the residents of the ward. Upon being elected, I will institute a quarterly newsletter. The newsletter will inform the Ward 1 members what's going on with Lynn and what's going on with City Hall. Keeping the community informed and engaged will only help make the local government more effective in its quest to service the community. Another area that needs to be addressed is safety and emergency services. As your city councilor, I will fight to reestablish emergency services in the Linfield Street Firehouse. Ward 1 has a lot of senior residents, with more coming upon the completion of the senior housing development where Union Hospital used to be. It is vital that EMS services are readily available in the case of a medical emergency. Traffic and parking are also huge issues in the city. As your Ward 1 councilor, I will work with the council and the mayor's office to institute enforceable traffic and parking reforms. The people of Ward 1 shouldn't have to deal with literal drag racing down Cedarbrook Road and Millard Ave. Nor should they have to deal with commercial trucks being parked on neighborhood residential streets, causing damage to the roads and the parks. One example of this is the current condition of the Linwood Park wall and parking lot. Furthermore, the parks in the city are in urgent need of upgrade. Modernizing the spaces will ensure that all the people of Lynn will be able to access and utilize these spaces. The spaces are vital for community events and development. My name is Dr. Peter Meaney, and I am asking for your vote. Don't forget, the primary is September 5th. Thank you very much for listening, and thank you for your time.
Hello, my name is Jeff Newhall. I'm a candidate for Ward 1 Councilor here in the City of Lynn. I'd like to just start off by thanking LCTV for hosting this event to make sure the public gets their chance to meet all of the candidates, of which there are plenty citywide, which is a great thing for the city and for the residents of this city. So I just want to talk a little bit about who I am and why I think I'd be a good choice to be your next Ward 1 Councilor. I've lived in the ward my entire life. I grew up right by the fire station. We bought a house in 2005, a couple of blocks from there. I went to Shoemaker Elementary School. I went to Pickering Middle School, and I played 8 years for Wyoming Little League. So I've been part of the Ward 1 fabric for quite a while. I'm married with 3 kids. Alex is 10, and I have twins, Eva and Andrew, who are 8. My wife, Christine, as well as a lifelong Ward 1 resident. In my professional life, I'm entering my 17th year as the athletic director and director of campus operations at St. Mary's School in downtown Lynn. I have been elected before. In 2001, I was elected to the Lynn School Committee and served 4 terms, which ended in 2009. I was a member of the Manning Field Commission, which was probably one of the greatest things I was part of as a Lynn resident, which, if you recall, was when we had to demolish the old Manning Bowl and pick the design for what we presently have now, which I think has been one of the greatest assets that this city has had in a long, long time. So that's just a little bit about me. In terms of issues, I know they're just going around talking to people. There are a lot of issues, but it seems like to me, as a ward councilor, the residents of Ward 1's issues are the issues that I'd be most concerned with. Returning calls, dealing with individual issues that might come up on a certain street, in a certain neighborhood, at a certain park. Those are the issues that, to me, are the most important, the ones that need to be dealt with almost immediately. And they could range from small to big, but there's nothing that I could pinpoint right now that could be your problem until it becomes your problem. And we're going to certainly be there to help with any issue that you may or may not have. Getting ahead of potential issues, I think, is a key thing as a member of the City Council. I mean, we can see what's on the horizon as to what could be an issue for us in Ward 1 and trying to get ahead of that and making it as best as it can possibly be so that those issues don't come about. So to me, the individual issues of each resident could change from street to street, but to me, those are the most important issues. In terms of the ward at large, there are a number of different topics, as I would call them, as opposed to issues, that are certainly worthy of a talking point. To me, there's a few that are really, really important. The Linfield Street Fire Station, which I grew up living next to, has been closed for quite a while. And I know that it's been talked about for a number of years. I think we've reached a point now where we're in a critical need for that to be reopened. Just the other day, I did the measurement from the Broadway Fire Station to the Lynn-Linfield line, and it's 3 miles long. So to have a firehouse, public safety 3 miles away, to me, is just not really a safe thing to have. We are now in the process of knocking down the hospital. The hospital's gone, and we're going to rebuild that whole community with a 55 and over housing complex, which to me, again, speaks to the need of having public safety available as quickly as we possibly can. So that is a major issue that I'm certainly going to fight for, that I believe in, and I'm sure all the other candidates would probably be in the same boat, so I don't think that's anything different, but I do think it's a major issue. Our traffic situation is nothing that I can say or do right now to make that better. As we know, traveling through the Wyoming Square area, certainly in the early morning and the afternoon when school's getting out can be tough. But as we look ahead to Linfield Street's construction, which is ongoing, and the Broadway construction, which is upcoming, I think we need to sit down with key people in Ward 1, some residents, and kind of come up with an idea or a plan as to how we can make this a little bit more, a little bit less of a headache for everybody. And it's certainly going to be just because of the logjam that already exists, and then you factor in 2 of our major roads being under construction. We have some tremendous assets in Ward 1 that I think sometimes we take for granted. As I said the other day in the local newspaper, we have a golf course, we have 2 ponds, we have Lynn Woods, we have our own Little League, Wyoming Little League. Those are tremendous assets that I would say that there's probably no other ward in the state that has those types of resources. So to me, maintaining and the upkeep of those are very, very important. I know that we've discussed the playgrounds, the upkeep of Gowdy Park, Magnolia Park. I know that there are issues around those, and some of them are being addressed, but I think we just need to continue to improve and protect the assets that we have at our disposal in Ward 1. So, in conclusion, I want to thank you for tuning in, taking the time to research this and study the candidates. It's my hope that I become the next Ward 1 Councilor, and I would respectfully ask for your vote on September 5th. Thank you.
My name is Elizabeth Figueroa. As I run for Lynn City Council for Ward 2 for second time, my commitment to our community well-being and success is steady. Having called Lynn my home for over 35 years, including close to 9 years in Ward 2, and after door knocking in several homes, make me understand the unique concerns that our residents face. My journey as domestic violence survivor at the same time who experienced homelessness, family separation, and joblessness while pursuing higher education has only deepened my determination to make a positive impact. With a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, with a minor in social work and political science, as well as a behavioral health, substance abuse, and mental health certification, I bring a comprehensive educational background to my endeavor. For the past 3 decades, I have worked with various vulnerable populations, such as seniors at Glass Senior Center, individuals who are struggling with substance abuse and mental health, youth at risk, and domestic violence community members. Currently, I am working as a property manager at Federal Affordable Housing Building. In my personal life, I am dedicated to my husband and my foster kids. I also gave birth and raised 2 sons, educated in Lynn Public School. They made a positive retribution to our society. One is a veteran and father of 2 grandkids. At the same time, the other one recently graduated from college. The combination of my professional and personal experience is strengthening my bonds with the community and provides valuable insights into our educational system, strengths, and areas for improvement. I deeply understand the unique challenge faced by Lynn diverse populations. I am passionate about social justice and extensive volunteer work and community activism. This commitment has made me worthy to become a board member in multiple organizations prioritizing diversity and inclusion, and it drives my decision to run for City Council for the second time. As I advocate for positive change with the local government, I acutely aware of the unique concerns facing in our ward. Infrastructure sustainable is crucial, and I will work to ensure it's happen. Supporting to improve public transportation, and essential for within our community. Environmental concerns are equally important. I am dedicated to preserving our green areas and ensuring a clean city while tackling an infestation for rats. Safe traffic roads are fundamental to our communities. Economy, property is another local point of my vision. I will prioritize making housing more affordable for our residents and work towards lower property taxes. Supporting and attracting local businesses will foster economic growth and provide job opportunities. I am committed to supporting the well-being of our residents, particularly those dealing with mental health, substance abuse crisis, and veterans and disabled community members. Every resident in Lynn should have an active voice, and their perspective should consider in the decision-making on the table. Together, we can create an inclusive and participatory community where everyone can contribute to our betterment. In addition to my commitment to addressing the unique concerns in Ward 2, I believe in connecting local government and modernizing communications. As a member of the Lynn City Council, I will prioritize fostering an open and transparent line of communication between our residents and the government. Effective communication is crucial to our building trust and engagement in our community. I will ensure easy access for information about local government decisions, initiatives, and events through town halls, meetings, community forums, social media, and digital platforms. I value residents' feedback, and I will listen to their concerns and suggestions to create policies and reflect their needs. Mi nombre es Elizabeth Figueroa y estoy corriendo para concejal para el Distrito 2 de la ciudad de Lynn por segunda vez. Estoy muy agradecida con todo el soporte que he recibido hasta este momento y quisiera continuar con ese apoyo. Elizabeth está dedicada para trabajar con la comunidad en varias áreas. Queremos trabajar en las áreas que hay necesidades de infraestructura, de dónde está la limpieza, de cosas, de todo lo que nos concierne en nuestra comunidad. Yo sin ustedes no puedo llegar hasta el final. Solo le agradecería que hicieran todo el empeño, por favor, y hicieran un aporte para mí. Nuestras elecciones vienen en septiembre 5 y vienen en noviembre 7. Por favor, si no estás registrado para votar, regístrate. Y si necesitas ayuda, por favor, me puedes llamar al 978-767-1614 o mandarme un correo electrónico a elizabethpolin@gmail.com. Gracias y que tengan buenas noches. Okay, I would like to thank all the people who signed my nomination papers. Thank you so much. And I would like to see you all in this proximal day elections, which is September 5th and November 2nd at 7. Thank you and have a nice day.
Hello, residents of Lynn. My name is Obed Matul. I have lived in Lynn since I was 8 years old when my parents and siblings moved here from Guatemala. I will always call Lynn my home, and I strive and will work hard to make it an even greater city. First, I'd like to thank you for taking your time to get to know me better. I am running to be your next Ward 2 City Councilor because I have the experience, investment, and commitment to be a councilor accessible to all. I have created strong ties to our great city. As a resident, parent, business owner, and civic leader, I have invested in my community, and I want to continue giving back more. My wife, Maribel, and I are both graduates of Lynn Public Schools and have lived in Lynn for most of our lives. Our two eldest children are graduates of Lynn English High School, and our 10-year-old is also enrolled in Lynn schools. I look forward to our 3-year-old, Ari, enrolling in Lynn Public School soon. As a homeowner and business owner in Ward 2, I possess the unique perspective of the points of view and the needs of residents and business owners in the community. I am committed to helping solve quality of life that many residents face while also addressing the needs of our business community and get them engaged in helping to make Ward 2 harmonious for all. I have the vision to lead and help improve the lives of Ward 2 residents. I have very strong roots in the city, and I am very involved within the community. I am a board member of the Pine Grove Cemetery Commission, the North Shore Latino Business Association, and an active member of the Greater Lynn Area Chamber of Commerce. I am also a board member of His Love Foundation and Comité Comunitario Guatemalteco. Through my involvement with many city agencies and organizations, I have the experience to help residents and businesses navigate the departmental landscape in City Hall. As a leader, constituent accessibility is very important to me. I will continue our monthly ward meetings and newsletters. I will focus on being accessible to constituents and making sure everyone in our ward has quick and full access to City Hall and its various departments and services. I will work with residents to identify areas that need improvement in the ward. I understand that communication is key. I will continue to keep residents informed through newsletters, emails, social media updates, community meetings, and I promise to answer and return all calls, messages, or emails in a timely manner. I will work with the DPW on making sure public parks and places where families can enjoy their time together are properly maintained and kept in adequate conditions. I will focus on making sure all streets, including dead ends, are properly swept and plowed. All trees need to be trimmed or removed before they become a safety issue. Your neighborhood is my neighborhood, and I will continue to be visible in the community as your ward councilor, as I have been as a resident. I will continue to help with park cleanups and will support our youth sports leagues, school organization, and small businesses. I hope that you will join me in these efforts. Although I will not be part of the school committee, as a councilor, I will work closely with members of the school committee, mayor's office, and state delegation to ensure that we receive adequate funding for our schools. Our kids cannot be successful in overcrowded classrooms in all school buildings. Our teachers need to be given the proper materials and support to successfully educate our future generations. As someone who attended the old Marshall Middle School, I want to do everything in my power to make sure that our kids do not have to attend school in a facility like that again. I am in favor and will advocate for veteran and senior housing and services. I will work hard to ensure our veterans and seniors are taken care of. They were there for us, and now we will be there for them. I've met many seniors who don't have accessibility to our current senior center, so I will advocate to expand our senior services throughout the whole city. I am humbly asking that you vote for me on September 5th and November 7th. Together we can continue moving forward with our ward and our city to bring a brighter future. Every vote counts. Please join me, and together we will create even better generations.
Hello, my name is Coppola, and I'm running for Councilor of Ward 4. I've been elected to serve 12 times on the Lynn School Committee because I'm dependable, accessible, and have the experience to lead. These attributes are what Ward 4 needs to improve our quality of life and equity in city services. I'm a graduate of North Shore Community College and the University of Mass in Boston. I'm married to my husband, Harry, the mother of 4 children, grandmother of 7, and former foster parent to 19 children. I've had careers working for AT&T in the Commonwealth of Mass and Joy Child Care Center. My work experience in the business world for nonprofits and as a state employee has given me a wealth of knowledge and skill set that will be a benefit in advocating for the people of Ward 4 and the city as a whole. AT&T, from a business perspective, gave me good constituent service and giving it in a timely manner. Also working for the Commonwealth of Mass and School Committee is working collaboratively. And Joy Child Care Center, I worked with many Lynn families, especially in Ward 4, and I understand what keeps them up at nights and how the city can help. My priorities for Ward 4 are public safety, clean parks and streets, infrastructure, especially for our schools that are in poor condition, traffic, housing, and environmental concerns, especially thinking of Kings Beach that we haven't been able to use this summer. We can do better in Ward 4 to improve the quality of life for everyone. The majority of Lynn's small businesses are in Ward 4. The businesses on Union Street and surrounding areas need a counselor that will support them and work on the issues that make turning a profit and being successful difficult at this time. Access to parking and making it safe for their customers are just a few of the obstacles. Some other things that are an obstacle, it's time to help our citizens suffering with homelessness and mental health. that is part of Ward 4. Supporting them with a safe place during the day and timely access to services will start to help with issues affecting our downtown. We had such a place at one time. It was called the Friendship Club of Lynn. And I think at this time, it's something that we should look at again because there's a need for it. Our ward is the most densely populated in the city. With more housing being built, it is important that any new housing benefits Lynners with jobs, affordable housing, and not burden our already difficult parking issues that we have in Ward 4. Working with investors and developers is an important thing that has to be done and not be adversarial in working with the developers and investors. I have spent a lot of time volunteering and have a lot of community involvement within the city. I sit as a board member on My Brother's Table. I'm a member of Mass Senior Action. I'm on the board for the Liberian Midwifery Clinic, also North Shore Labor Council Women's Committee, the Friends of Lynn Nahant Beach, and I've also been a member and a steward in 3 unions, CWA, ASME, and United Auto Workers. I love Ward 4, probably like many of you, right from the ocean to the diverse eating establishments that we have in Ward 4, to High Rock Tower and over the hills into the Highlands. I will always work hard for everyone in your seat that's called the People's Seat, and my commitment to that. Please consider me for your next City Councilor of Ward 4. Please vote for me, Donna Coppola, on primary day, September 5th, and election day, November 7th. Thank you very much.
My name is Natasha Mejimadry, and I am running for Ward 4 City Council. I am the daughter of Haitian Dominican immigrants. My parents taught me the value of hard work. I have been working since I was 14 years old, and I am the working class. I raised my oldest daughter as a single mom while going to law school. I've had to work 2 jobs for most of my life and still had a hard time making ends meet. My lived experience is my credential to run for office. I'm running for Ward 4 because representation matters. When looking at our beautiful city, the elected officials don't reflect our diverse city. That is why I decided to run for office myself. I ran for City Council in 2021. I knocked on thousands of doors and talked to countless Ward 4 residents. I lost to the 32-year incumbent by only 59 votes. I am running for City Council right now, again, because we need better representation and the time is now. Governing power belongs with the people. We need to elect working people for everything. Running for office as a person of color is extremely hard. You have to constantly prove yourself. Not all people value my education. People don't always open their door for me, and sometimes they even call the cops on me. But I keep running because my grandson Jaden needs me to, and I need me to. It's important enough to take the risk. We need new ideas and different points of view on our City Council. This is how we will bring real change to our city. I am not running for office for me. I am running for the next generation so they know that they too can run for office and win. As a first-generation college student, a mom of 5, a grandmother, a homeowner, and an attorney, I will bring a unique perspective to our City Council. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I will advocate for affordable, quality housing, safe, clean neighborhoods, and a transparent government that works for all of us. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I will hold Ward 4 meetings and have monthly newsletters to ensure that we are more connected and we know what it is going on in our city. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I will always return phone calls and emails. I will be accessible. And if I don't know how to help you with your problem, I will connect you to someone who can. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I will advocate for more funding for summer jobs for our youth and more support for the incredible nonprofits in our city that are already doing the work. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I will advocate for more mental health services and support groups to ensure that anyone who is in need of mental health services can access those resources. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I will advocate for more support for those suffering from drug addiction and their families. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I will advocate for more funding for senior services and making sure our seniors can enjoy their golden years. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I will make sure that everyone feels that their voice matters. I will advocate for more polling locations in our ward to make sure it is easier for everyone to be involved and to vote so that everyone knows that their vote counts. As the next Ward 4 City Councilor, I want you to know that it doesn't matter if you have lived in Lynn for 100 years or if you just moved to Lynn today. I want you to feel welcome in our city on day one. If you believe in my vision for how we can build Ward 4 into the community we all deserve, then I need you to vote for me, Natasha Mejimadry, on both September 5th and November 7th. For more information, please go to my website at natashaforlynn.com or call me at 617-755-3853. Thanks again for your time.